Well guys, I'm sure y'all have heard that saying, hotter than a well digger's butt on the 4th of July. If there was ever a time when that statement was true, it is today. It is some kind of hot outside, right at 100 degrees. And usually when the temperatures go up, your tempers go up, and you want to try to fight something. You want to get angry about something. I mentioned recently the situation with the white flies in here, and I've seen the videos where the people made the little small traps to try to get the white flies, and I've used the sticky cards too. But to me, they're just a little bit small. When you put a little card here, a little card there, and you got a massive number of white flies, that just ain't gonna do the trick. We got to come up with something a little bit better and a little bit bigger. So let's see what we can put together. Here's one of the typical white fly sticky cards that you get. See all the gnats and stuff on there? All stuck up with white flies too. Plenty of them on there, but these things are, I think, about 4 by 6. We got to come up with something to get a little bit bigger footprint in here. Some of y'all might have seen Sleep Stack's rule when he made his little white fly traps using the office equipment, the nice cutter and everything to make them so precision. I don't have that type of equipment. Out here in the countryside, we pretty much use whatever we got on hand. We're going to try to do this little redneck style, and just don't laugh at what I'm using now. Trust me, it's going to work. One of the things that you need is some poster paper. Now those cards are about 4 by 6. This right here comes out to be about 18 by 12. So that would calculate to about 9 times the size of one sticky card. One thing I have learned from Donald all these years, if 1 is good, 9 has got to be better. When you're using your poster paper right here, that's fine. If you find one that your daughter's been drawing her hands on, like this right here, that's fine too. White flies won't pay them handprints no mind. But for the sake of this experiment, we're going to go ahead and put the clean one on here. Now, I want to be able to use this again and again. If I'm going to put this much effort into kicking some butt, I want to be able to go in and kick some butt multiple times. So I got to have a clean surface to put on this. What I have right here is some leftover acrylic from another experiment that didn't go so well. What I'm doing is just cutting this to fit my poster board right here. So I'm going to have acrylic on this side, paper on the inside, and I'm getting ready to cut another piece of acrylic. I couldn't find my glass cutter to be able to score this thing and try to snap it, so we go and get the trusty oscillating tool. You turn this thing on, you can put your hand on this little cutting wheel right here, and it's just fine. You get it close to your leg and stuff, it ain't nowhere near as dangerous as trying to run an angle grinder. See that? That is a great tool to have when you want to do some working on flooring and stuff like that, to get up under and cut the door jambs, try to slide a piece of laminate flooring up under your door case and things like that. That works great. Right now we're going to use it to cut this acrylic right here. Y'all see how straight that line is right there? I ain't had a drink in almost 2 years now. I hold it nice and steady. And since it's acrylic and not glass, yes, I can go ahead and take my hand and knock the rough edges off there. At least a little bit. I would never do that with a piece of glass. I may be a redneck, but I ain't stupid. Now, we ain't even going to worry about trying to get the dust and stuff off. All them white flies need to see is some yellow. When I walk through there and I've got a yellow or yellowish orange shirt on, they come to me like buzzards on roadkill. They just love the color yellow. So I'm putting my paper on here, and I do have 2 real good straight edges on this acrylic right here, so I'm going to make sure I line them up. Make sure they're nice and neat. Try to anyway. Everything else is going to come out pretty close. Now I need a handle to go on this thing, so I just cut me a piece of scrap off some Luan. I'm going to make a handle out of that. If I had one of them heavy duty paint stirrers, that would work out real good too. So to get this thing started, you know you ain't redneck unless you got some duct tape. And if you're a true redneck, you go and get you some of this Gorilla tape. It'll fix pretty near anything. So we're going to tape these two pieces together right here. Make sure they stay. And you ain't got to go and put an 18-inch piece all the way down the side. Multiple pieces would be just fine. Make it easier to handle that way. The goal here is to win the war. It don't matter how pretty you are. Alright, so that's that side. So when I flip this up, nice and neat, now I need to come up with a way to put my handle in here. I want to do something like that and then tape it. So what I'm going to do, roll me off some duct tape, flip it over, put like so, put it on here, slide it up under there. There you go. Now if I was into the picket and stuff like this, this would be a real good way to make them signs what you walk in the picking lines with, and put down here whatever you want to say about the government. Now we're going to try to close up the bottom of this thing. After you get it all taped up and everything, this is what you end up with. What you think? I believe that'll serve a dual purpose. That day is coming. Let me get that stuff off of there. I got plenty of food around here, and yes, I do work for it. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna spray some Pam on here. Not Pam, the generic stuff from, y'all know that store what sells all the generic stuff. We're gonna spray some Pam on one side, and on the other side, we're gonna spray some of this tanglefoot. Bought some of this stuff on Amazon last year when I made some smaller traps. See how it would do. And this is some sure enough sticky stuff. I do believe if the whiteflies come anywhere near this, they won't be leaving. Let's spray a little bit more oil on there. I think we're ready to do battle now. Now I got my big butt whooping fly trap built right here. All I'm gonna do is just walk by these things and shake this. Woo-wee! I mean to tell you, they are filling up this side right here. That's the side got the tanglefoot on it. Let me flip it over to the see how they like a little vegetable oil. That's right. Y'all come get some of this. Man. Have at it, boys. Get a little something to eat there. Ah, boy. See, I just walk down the aisle in here with this thing, shake the leaves, and they just swarm to it. I tell you what, I got some white flies that time. This thing is covered in them. And what I found out is the side with the tanglefoot did a whole lot better than the side with the vegetable oil. So what I'm gonna do, wipe this side with the vegetable oil off. I just wipe this stuff off and get out of the way. See, that didn't collect as many. They don't stick to that as good. But when you put that tanglefoot on there, just like the Roach Motel, they check in, but they never check out. Alright guys, we put a hurting on some whiteflies now. I can take my little picket sign and go down beside these plants and just shake them, and the flies just swarm out to it. They hit that tanglefoot, that's it. They are stuck and they have met their match. So if you got a situation with the whiteflies and you've been using the small cards, whether you bought them or whether they're homemade, maybe you need to step it up just a little bit. Get you a little piece of upholstery paper, some scrap acrylic, some Gorilla tape, fix your handle, and join the picket line. The whiteflies will be more than glad to come out and see what you're up to. And the price for being nosy is death when they hit that tanglefoot. And when you get tired of walking around with the picket line, just put your piece of wire in it, hang it up here like this, and every time one of them flies by and they get that great big goggle eye thing for the color of yellow, they fly into it. That's it. So y'all take care, and Lord willing, I'll see you next time. Whew. Man, it's hot in here.